Now, every January, the most popular New Year's resolutions are to exercise more and lose weight. Even in the midst of a pandemic, people still want to be healthier or have a healthier lifestyle. We called in the best doctor to get you started. Joining us today is the one and only Dr. Oz.
Hello, Dr. Oz. So
Happy
good to
New
see
Year.
you. Happy New Year.
You too.
Now, as a healthcare worker, you are first in line to get vaccinated for COVID-19. So, have you gotten your vaccination yet?
I did. My whole group of surgeons went down. I got vaccinated right there. It didn't hurt at all. It wasn't even sore afterwards. I didn't get any fevers. In fact, I talked to all my colleagues. None of us really had any issues. And I'm encouraged by the fact that it works so well, 95% impact, but it doesn't seem to cause a lot of side effects. And I've had a bunch of people on my show who've been vaccinated. They were in the clinical trials, and they got a little fever after the second shot for a couple hours, but otherwise it's remarkably safe from what we can see.
Wow. And we should remind people to take both doses, correct? Not just take one and then forget about the other.
The big debate raging in medicine right now is, should I delay my second dose? In fact, should all of us delay our second dose? And here's the reason. The first vaccine shot gets you about 80% of the benefit. The second shot's important. You got to get it because it gives you longevity. It makes it last longer. But I could delay my second shot maybe and let you, for example, get your first shot. That way we're both 80% safer and we sort of spread the wealth. Now, the United Kingdom just started this. And I've been talking to folks on the task force for both this administration and the next one. And I'm hoping that the next administration agrees and delays the second doses, because that way we can get all of America vaccinated. Because right now, most of the states, 46 the last time I counted, have used less than half their vaccine. They're storing the vaccines so people like me can get my second dose. I'd rather share.
Yeah, I like that. Dr. Oz, how long would the second dose be? Like, how long can you prolong it? I'm curious.
Isn't it 3 months?
I just had a bunch of experts on my show. We thought 2 months would probably be the outer range. So I could delay 3-4 weeks, which gives us enough time so that whenever the vaccine gets available, exactly.
Yeah, and they're doing the mass vaccinations now in like the Disneyland and all the stadiums. So hopefully we can do that, and hopefully we can get this going. And there are two vaccines, the Pfizer and the Moderna. Are there any differences in those two?
No, it's basically the same principle. Let me explain it because it's important. And this is why these vaccines will also work against the variants, because we know there are different kinds of COVID-19 viruses out there. Now, one of them is much more contagious than the original one, although it's not any more deadly. But these vaccines, they're designed to look at the crown of the virus. It's called coronavirus because it's got a crown, like the beer Corona. Those little crown spikes are what gets into our cells. So the vaccines are designed against those spikes. Both of these vaccines, the Moderna and the Pfizer, both make the antibodies against that little spike protein. And by doing that, protect you because your body can react faster if you actually get the real virus in you. It'll also, for that reason, allow us to track changes in this virus. So hopefully we won't have to get it that frequently. I guess maybe once a year is possible, but hopefully it'll be once every several years to protect us.
Got it.
Right.
Okay.
And also, Dr. Oz, to help our real fam kickstart their healthy lifestyle goals, you created a plan called System 21. So will System 21 improve our immune system to help protect us from things like COVID-19?
It will. And, I'm surprised we haven't made a bigger deal about the fact that you have some role in this. If you take your vitamin D and your zinc and you lose weight and avoid diabetes and high blood pressure, other inflammatory problems, you reduce the chance of having a big complication from COVID. You might still get the virus, but it won't be as severe for you. So let me walk you through System 21. That's what we call it. And again, it's a system. It's not a diet, although you will lose weight on it. And it's important, I think, because people can actually follow this and it'll help their mind and their body. You'll feel sharper. You'll sleep better. Yes, you'll lose weight. You'll also lose some waist size, which is sort of nice. But it's also all those other chronic illnesses I mentioned.
You're selling it already.
And it works. And I'm so passionate about it. And the foundations of it are what you guys I think, should enjoy. It's intermittent fasting, which I'll talk about in a second. The Mediterranean diet when you are eating food. You can drink. You can actually have a cheat day. A lot of it's about being smart about physical activity and dealing with stress and connecting with the loved ones in your life. But the intermittent fasting, which is why all you guys look like gazelles over there wandering around, it works. And Hugh Jackman taught me this because he was doing it. If you delay your breakfast until 9, 10 in the morning, and eat your dinner a little earlier, then overnight while you're sleeping, your body goes into a little ketosis. You actually become intermittent fasting. And when you wake up in the morning, you're not even hungry, which is why it's an easy program to stay on.
Wow.
I agree. In addition to creating System 21, you launched the More Black Doctors campaign and scholarship program. Dr. Oz, why is it more important now to have Black doctors?
You know, we've been talking a lot about racial bias in America, and it's a reckoning that needed to happen. But I want to emphasize that even in medicine, you've got a bunch of doctors who are doing our best to help people wherever they are in their lives, there's still mistakes happening. And a lot of these issues are hurting Black Americans in particular. So as an example, I don't think you can buy the care that a white person gets if you're an affluent Black person. And we've looked at this, and it seems to be the case. In fact, I'll give you some numbers that are stunning. The chance of a Black woman having complications during a pregnancy, like dying, 240% more than if you're white. And Black infants, this is shocking, but listen carefully, Black infants are twice as likely to die under the care of a white doctor than under the care of a Black doctor. Now, you can't tell me the white doctors don't care. We love little Black kids and little white kids, but there's a cultural gap here. And it creates this implicit bias, right? So why swim upstream if you can go downstream? Why try to get everyone to be culturally the same when we know there are big differences? We don't understand each other sometimes. We don't ask questions. We don't give answers the right way sometimes. So let's train more Black doctors. 5% of doctors in this country are Black. 13% of the population is Black. We can do better. And so we're making some big gifts to medical schools and Black medical schools, and even trying to recruit young Black kids to become doctors. My foundation, Health Corps, we've raised about $100 million over the last 15 years, focuses on teaching kids of color, but poor kids in general, about health. Let's teach them to go into health. And I think if we all do it together with these scholarships we're now given on the show, this More Black Doctors campaign will recruit people, open eyes of children who could become doctors, and help young Black doctors fulfill their desires by giving them some financial support.
Excellent.
Yes. The financial support. Dr. Oz, thank you so much for that.